So this is South Africa's last chance to develop its economy, and I just pray that we don't fumble this opportunity, because I don't think it's ever going to come back again. So the G20 summit is coming into South Africa right now in November, and that's going to be business people, countries leaders, organizations, banks. A large amount of potential of money and investments are going to be converging into Johannesburg. Now this is an opportunity for businesses in South Africa to grow. This is an opportunity for them to sign agreements, deals, and so on and so forth. And I just hope that we do not fumble this. And the reason I say this is because I know that there's already someone who's already looking at some mentions on Property 24, someone who's already looking at Faro and checking some blue Lamborghinis and blue Ferraris and so on and so forth. And before, yes, people were stealing, but they were stealing countries' resources. And I'm not saying that that's okay, but now we're talking about China bringing its billions, Europe coming in with their billions, businesses, individuals, organizations, all of these people, if they're coming to invest in South Africa, they expect something in return. They're not doing this from the goodness of their heart. No, this is a business. And that's exactly how countries grow. That's how you create jobs. That's how the economy grows. But I know that corruption is a big problem in South Africa. So I'm just hoping that we do not fumble that, because you need to understand that the winds are changing. Back then, everything used to benefit the West. So the winds used to blow towards the West. But right now, everything is changing and they're starting to blow towards the East. And we are in the middle of it. Remember, we're not in the East, even geographically, we're not in the East, we're not in the West. It's like we're in the middle. And if we play our cards well, if these people come and invest in our countries and the money goes where it's supposed to go, then more of them are gonna think about investing in South Africa. More factories, more roads, more investments, and so on. BYD says it's gonna be building hundreds of charging stations, right? In China, it has built tens of thousands. So that tells you that this is a test, but we know there are people who are gonna go there and steal the cables. And they're doing this from their own pockets. So I know that there are people who are already thinking, where can we go and steal the cables? And that's us sabotaging ourselves. And it really hurts when you look at the potential that South Africa has. South Africa has a lot of potential. Many people are interested in investing in South Africa. The problem is corruption. Right now we have the Matlanga Commission. You can just see how money can just be stolen. And many people always think that it's only the people at the top who are doing it. But as you saw, some of the people who are facilitating these things are people in the lower levels. People who are signing that something was bought when it wasn't bought, something was delivered when it wasn't delivered, and so on and so forth. So I feel like it's a much more general conversation, but of course it will also focus on those who are in power because they are in charge. But if it's possible, if South Africa plays these cards right, we will be in a much different position 10, 15 years from now. Look at China. In the 80s, it was one of the poorest places. In 40 years, it's the second biggest economy. How did they do that? When people are corrupt in China, they get unalived. They don't play there. Corruption in China, you're not going to jail or Matlanga Commission. You go and get the rope. They do not play when it comes to corruption. They tell you that this is worse than if you went and unalived a person, because this, you are affecting millions and millions of people and their futures. So I hope that the money will go where it's supposed to go. I hope that these BYD charging stations are not going to have their cables stolen. I hope that the factory that Bake wants to build in Eastern Cape is going to go. The money will go where it's supposed to go. The roads that will be built towards that factory, everything will work the way it's supposed to. I know we can't fully get rid of corruption, but guys, this might be our last chance in development, because Europe right now doesn't fully trust China, so it's not investing in China anymore. It's trying to move manufacturing from China. It doesn't trust the United States since Donald Trump came in, so they don't want to send a large amount of investment there. So where are they looking? One of the places they found was South Africa. That's why they've invested 231 billion in green energy projects and manufacturing capacity in South Africa, and those things can then be exported to Europe, which provides jobs for South Africa, which is what we've been saying that we want. So hopefully all of this money that is coming from all of these countries, all of these agreements that have the potential of being signed during the G20 summit, all of that investments will go where it's supposed to go. And from there, we will attract even more, because if I have a company and my neighbor has a company and he started to produce things in South Africa and his company is growing, because in South Africa, the payment is a little bit less than it is here in Europe, for example, or that there's tax incentives and so on and so forth, I'm going to move my production to South Africa as well. And that's how the economy grows. So I just wanted to make a video to say, I hope South Africa, we don't mess this up. Now, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow me on this platform, share this post, and I will see you there.